Welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about 5 lies about racism. And the first one we're going to get to is the individualistic fallacy. This says that racism is only people and their attitudes. So it's about individuals. These individuals will maybe assign stereotypes. Natives are drunks, Mexicans are lazy, black people are criminals, and they think like this just comes down to an individual thing. Um, One guilty of this lie thinks of racism like crime. They divide the world into those guilty of racism and those that are not. And they think that intentionality matters. I didn't mean to be racist. They think that that somehow makes everything okay. So that was the first one, the individualistic fallacy. The second one we're going to get to is the legalistic fallacy. This says that abolition of racist laws automatically abolished other forms of day to day racism. And this just simply doesn't hold up. After all, laws against theft don't prevent theft from happening. That's just silly. So we're going to move on to the tokenistic fallacy. This one says that the presence of people in influential positions is like somehow evidence of the eradication of racist obstacles, as if those are suddenly moved out of the way. And this mostly serves to discount racism. Um, yeah, like to blame people 100% for their own problems and their own circumstances, which isn't always the case. So to look at this in another way, our first black congressman was elected in 1870, and we all know that that didn't eradicate any racism. So moving on to the fourth one, we have the ahistorical fallacy. Um, this says that history is inconsequential today. None of that stuff of the past matters. Um, yeah, the legacies of slavery, colonialism, the genocide of natives, forced segregation, etc., just doesn't matter here now because, you know, I didn't do anything to you 50 years ago, or they didn't do anything to you how many years ago. Like, this shouldn't matter now. This is another one of those fallacies because we're molded by our past, and we need to recognize the importance of how that moves us into our future. Um, Moving on, off of that is the fixed fallacy. This is where people think racism has gotten better because they only look at the most extreme examples like hate crimes, and like you don't see as many in the news as you did say 20, 30 years ago, or they think these extreme examples somehow represent all of racism. People need to know that racism assumes many different forms, and we should be seeing how racism permeated our society across generations, and so that we can see its evolution and see how it manifests in our society today. So that's a look at 5 lies about racism, and we'll dig deeper next time.